Live streaming of SDR News coverage at HP Discover has been made possible by Intel Corporation. Check out Intel Open Port IT, where you can connect with your peers at Intel on industry topics, best practices, strategies, and more. And by Microsoft, where HP and Microsoft are working together, combining their respective strengths to deliver innovative technologies to help advance your business.
Traveling to Barcelona, we had some critical studio gear damaged by airline mishandling. That resulted in degraded audio quality during some of our interviews. We've edited the backup recordings of the interviews for maximum clarity possible. We'll offer each guest a chance for re-recording. Please watch for announcements on the Twitter stream, AXMC, and SDR News for updates.
Good morning and welcome to day 2 here at HP Discover. I'm McCaskey from SDR News, and we are continuing to explore how Hewlett-Packard is defining a new style of IT. And of course, one of the trends that you have is this consumerization that is just sweeping through the enterprise. And we have the people from Printing Personal Systems who are going to talk about how HP is addressing this and incorporating it into the enterprise. So let me just start. Ajay Gupta, talk about your role a little bit, and we'll do the rest of the introductions.
Perfect. I'm responsible for the commercial notebook products at HP.
Okay.
Yeah, so I manage the team responsible for developing the products that we bring to market for displays, commercial displays.
Okay, mention Darren.
Yeah, I'm Darren Chalk, and I'm responsible for our commercial desktops at HP.
Well, there is certainly a massive transformation that's going on, and consumers, all of us are consumers, and the level of tech savviness, you might say, has just increased incredibly just in the past few years. And so expectations are very high when people come into an enterprise situation. And how is HP helping IT managers to deal with this? Maybe just to start out with the laptop.
Yeah, we can talk about the products, but when we look at this whole idea of consumerization of IT, we look at it at a higher level. We look at it at the workforce level, the work style level, and the workplace level. And we're seeing a profound shift in all of those 3 areas. So when we look at designing products, we try to address all of those things. As the workforce is getting younger, they're getting mobile, depending on the regions, more women are coming in. Things like what the unit looks like is a lot more critical. At the same time, the IT management requirements, the use of the cloud, and all of those have different responsibilities on connectivity. So we're trying to address all of those things in these new styles of products. So this is one of the products that we're launching here at Discover. It's slightly over 15 millimeters thick. Now this is an extremely thin and light product with a full 14-inch display. But what we have done in a product like this is we have not given up on any of the IT requirements. So while the product is thinner and lighter and more appealing to the end user from a consumerization point of view, we still have full docking support, we still have full manageability, we still have things like smart card readers and fingerprint readers for all of the manageability and security requirements that enterprises have. Plus, one of the things that we're launching on our elite products at Discover on the 800 series and the 1000 series is this technology called Sure Start technology. So again, attempting to make the job of the IT easier in securing the devices. So Sure Start technology makes sure that at any time the system is booting or coming out of suspend or resume modes, the BIOS is completely clean, because that is the place that we see the next level of threats that are taking place in the industry. So our focus, to kind of encapsulate it all, really is the product has to look nice. It has to meet all the IT requirements that have always existed. So we're balancing the two.
So what was the biggest challenge in developing these types of products? Is it this balance? Was that the issue?
That really is the issue at the end of the day, because one of the things that comes down to when you're trying to make products thinner and lighter, what features are you going to compromise on? And it's the balance between that the needs of the end user and the IT needs, and how do you figure out what are the absolute critical requirements for each side and make sure you have
And
that.
it's really all about productivity and
That's
the
right.
ability to function wherever you are in whatever environment. So, Mitch, what are some of the solutions that HP has for remote distributed teams?
Well, so at the show this week, we've announced the Elite Display S230TM. This is a Win8 certified multi-touch display. So what it does is, again, as you have more mobile users today, when you get back to the desk, you want to have the ability to be productive. So this provides a 23-inch display so that you can spread out your work, be able to view apps side by side and increase productivity. But it also includes a multi-touch display. And although we're probably a long way away from getting rid of our keyboards and mice, there are some tasks that are just more intuitive with touch. And so it gives you the ability to enhance either Win8 experience or other touch software solutions.
So we're talking about a distributed team. Our teams are distributed around the world. So we have big teams in California, we are located in Houston, and we have teams in Taiwan.
Sure.
And so we are constantly collaborating. So connectivity is one of the huge goals. So when you look at the commercial products, we have everything from the latest Wi-Fi standards, but we also have 4G, LTE, wireless WAN standards implemented in these products. So the idea of constant connectivity really is not only for us in terms of functionality, but it's also reflecting the new style of IT. It's this blurring of work and home and the constant mixture of the two, and that's really reflected in these products. I mean, gone are the days when you went 8 to 5 and then you were done.
Right. Yeah,
So we're
absolutely.
constantly connected. Anything you want to add to that?
I think you did a good job summarizing that, AJ. From a commercial desktop perspective, as we talk to our enterprise class customers, and they're trying to work through this transformation of IT, they're looking to HP for leadership. And some of the things that we're hearing on the desktop side, as the desktop continues to still be the core of the office for business customers, they're looking for help with desk space as we're moving to smaller offices and smaller cubes. They're looking for smaller devices, but they don't want to compromise on their needs, including quality, reliability, management, security. These continue to really be core.
They're also looking for more flexibility in how they can deploy and how they can set up where customers can use their devices. And they're also looking for improved total cost of ownership. They're looking for total cost that makes sense for them. They're constantly being asked and under pressure to do more with less.
Yeah.
So on the desktop side, what we've done this year, and we're excited to announce at HP Discover, HP's smallest business desktop, which is called the HP Elite Desk 800 Desktop Mini. And this is a no-compromise approach to meet all those needs. So we provide up to Intel Core i7 processors. We support up to 3 displays right out of the box. And we also provide a host of security options for customers. We also have integrated, as we've been talking about wireless, we have our wireless antennas integrated into this device so that that's ready to go. We've also integrated a Visa mounting system on the bottom of the device so that IT managers and users have more flexibility than ever in how they can use the PC. If they don't want to just have it rest on the desk, they can mount it under the desk, on the wall. The options are really endless.
So in the consumer space, there have been a number of small form factor devices to come out. And I think even by consumer standards, the reliability has been in question. As HP is doing this right, what are some of the things that they have had to pay attention to in the design of this?
That's a great question. So our Elite Desk brand stands for reliability, quality, and a product that enterprise customers can really depend on. So we do a lot of testing to ensure that this product is going to function as it's supposed to. It's going to have a very long life. We're going to minimize downtime. So we test this in very harsh environments, high altitudes, low altitudes, lots of dust, different levels of humidity, to ensure that our customers, regardless of where they're working in the world, are going to have a device that they can trust, that they're going to avoid their downtime and enjoy working.
Yeah, Absolutely.
Let me add to that. So on the notebook side, we have additional drop testing that we do. So as an example, every single Elite notebook that comes out of the HP design side goes through over 115,000 hours of testing, which includes reliability testing, compatibility testing, performance testing. So when we ship a product, the quality is extremely high. So as an example, each of these products, even though they look very slim and sleek, go through 30 drops from a height of 26 inches. From edges, corners, to make sure that the product survives at the end of the day to deliver productivity to our customers.
So what do you think the main driver is going to be as people evaluate these style of products? What do you think is going to be upmost in their mind?
It again goes back and forth between the user and the IT directors. And so we're trying to address both the needs. So when we look at the end user, they're looking for thinness, they're looking for lightweight, they're looking for features like high resolution displays, they're looking for touch capabilities, they're looking for backlit keyboards. So all of those delight factors are implemented in products like this. And then when we go to the IT guys, they are looking for things like serviceability. So we're looking for the ability to open the unit up with a single latch and do the access and do any of the configuration that they need to do. So we try to make sure that we're balancing the needs of both of them. So we have things like smart card readers and fingerprint readers for security and identity management. So we're doing those things. We talked briefly about the BIOS earlier. Again, this is something that HP has done internally. This is an industry unique feature that nobody else has. And the idea is to give that second level of security to the IT directors.
Excellent. Well, a lot of exciting products, and as this transformation continues, what's the best place for people to go to find out more about these products and how they might incorporate that into their enterprise environment?
I think we would direct our customers to our website to get the latest information on our products. We'll also be sharing this, all of our product information with our resellers, or their local sales reps, which certainly be able to help them out with any questions that they have
as well. Excellent. Okay. Well, thanks very much for joining us. Thanks to you folks for joining us as well as we continue our coverage here at HP Discover in Barcelona.